Grand final time in the Unite Mike's Mayhem Season 2. And we have XIS against TTV, North America against Brazil. For the Brazilian team, we have Dodrio, Azumare, Mr. Mime, Glaceon, and Elagos. They really like the Glaceon and the Dodrios over there. And TTV picking Mew, Mamoswine, Snorlax, Gardevoir, and Lucario. So, pretty normal picks on both sides. Some of the head items, we have a Drain Crown on Azumare, Rapid Fire Scarf on Zakrak, and besides that, stuff looks pretty normal. We actually have a Cookie on Mazo over attack weight. Very interesting on Dodrio. No attack weight, instead has the Cookie on. Sometimes we see Cookie and attack weight in the same build, but I've never seen Cookie just alone. First match of this grand final. Let's see how TTV clears the jungle. It's just going to be Lutano taking everything. Looks like neither's going to invade. No, we have a Snorlax invade happening. So we have Indy. Indy's always invading in every single game. Jumping over to the left side again. Amisha is very effective still. Blue buff's already gone though. It went over to Mazo quite early. And now they're going to chase down Indy. Elagos auto takes are landing, slowing Snorlax down. But I probably should be able to get away with the tackle. It's hard to get away from an Elagos. Look at the slowing. It is so much. Keeps on auto attacking. Another tackle. And now Snorlax does get out alive. It's going to heal up with the rest a tiny bit. And 5 against Retsu. Tackle lands, and Retsu might just fall down here. The auto attacks are going to be enough to claim first blood for XIS. The team from Brazil picking up the first KO of this grand final. Tano now going to top a bit late because he cleared the entire jungle while XIS just, split the jungle. So a big difference in clear speed. Gardevoir also one of the worst Pokemon to clear early game with rights. It's just so bad when it comes to early game damage. And now jumping in, Atarisa spawning, looking for the Psyshock again. We're gonna probably have a Psyshock Psychic build. And we have Indy falling. He gets absolutely murdered down in the top lane. Psyshocks are landing, auto attacks, but they can't stop Azumare from scoring. Power Punch lands onto Azumare. But the Point Puff should be able to keep 5 alive. Another Psyshock, and they actually kill Lucario in the end. They managed to KO Lucario. Wow. Lutano in the chase of Elagos. But he's actually chasing still. He wants this KO very badly. Weapon is there, but he has to be careful that 5 doesn't KO him now. He's wasting a lot of time on this top path right now. With the Curlia, he's not really gaining experience. Can't get a KO. So XIS with a good early game. Zakrak looking for Suto. And we have the mid Ataria spawning. And neither team is going for it yet. Indy is just scouting out to see if XIS is going for it. Dodrio bot side now. Mazo gets locked up though by Zakrak, but Zakrak is dropping super below. Focus Band is going to keep him alive. Also, eject button away. Wow. He's forced to use his eject button and loses his focus band at the same time. So a lot of cooldowns now for the side of the Mamoswine of Zakrak. And all of the Atarias go over to XIS. Very, very easily. Tano going towards top again, but he has to be careful. There's a Glaceon up top with red buff, but Glaceon is just going for Retsu. Ataris is spawning, and Dodrio falls. Mazo gets picked off in the mid by Otta and Indy. So nice KO for them. Azumare Unite goes in, but the evolution of Lutano is able to dodge the entire Azumare Unite move damage. And the stun on top of it. Now they're going for Lucario though, who might just not be lucky enough to get away. Power punches through. Doesn't have close combat yet, so he can't really hear. More points go in for XIS. And I think Glaceon's gonna look for breaking this score now. Unless Lutano can somehow hold it, but I don't think he can. Yeah. Gets on the way from Azumare. And they're gonna break the goal now. Gaizen going for 29, but at least Lutano finds 1 KO on the Azumare. Glaceon got stopped by a bunny, I think, which allowed him not to score too fast. So Azumare was just stuck in the flux zone and couldn't get away. Gaizen trying to steal the red buff away, and I don't think, no, he didn't get it. Goes out to Lutano. And now TTV is gonna pick up the spot in Regice, unless Suto can somehow steal it away. Does he have the confusion? Electro Ball is perfectly timed by Otta. And he's gonna claim the Regice. For his team, Mazo is caught in the enemy jungle. Huge KO for the side of Lutano. They do pick up a free Regieleki on top. Uncontested. And yeah. 5 looking for these basic attacks on Zakrak. Can he find a KO? Gets locked up. He's very aggressive right now. In a 1v3 scenario, has the Unite move again. More Aqua Tails ahead. He has the healing. He's the Draining Crown. God, I can't talk. Has the Draining Crown, keeping him alive. Healing him a crazy amount, and he's still alive. He just doesn't die. Heavy Slam lands onto Mazo. And now XIS is 4 people bot lane looking for this break. Azuma is just being so annoying with the Aqua Pulses. But no one's going down right here. And now Lutano's here. Fibe's getting Heavy Slammed on. Psychic, Psyshock lands on it, and they get a KO. Power Punch as well. Edigos makes it back to the berries alive, but they're just diving another double Heavy Slam by Indy into perfect block. And they get 3 KOs in total now. Can they also get Dodrio, who's jumping around? Mazo's also gonna fall. Wonderful Heavy Slams by Indy. And they take down 4 characters of XIS. Also breaking the goal, of course. Only 10 points behind now. And now maybe looking for a top rotation. God of War still is 40, which would be very nice to put into a goal. But also gotta be careful not to overextend with the God of War. Mazo with a jump kick. Actually, it's the first time we see jump kick, I think. Maybe I'm not sure why he went jump kick in this game, actually. Not quite sure. Could be maybe a misclick. Azumarill falls down to the Marmos fight in God of War. Lutano is so strong now. Already level 11, almost level 12. Highest level in the match. And there we have XIS. Going probably over TTV again. Quite easily. Lutano with the Psychic Psyshock build is going to clear it actually pretty fast. Mew Unite moving for Mazo. They just want to find a KO. This Dodrio is level 11, a lot of experience. And can they do it? The Electro Ball doesn't land on Dodrio, and he's going to make it out alive. So Mew investing in Unite move, not getting a KO. Suto nice dodge away from the close combat. Otter's jumping in again. Has the coaching. Electro Ball. They find Dodrio. Power Punch does miss, and Glacier's going to pick up Mew. Another Icy Wind is there. And also is going to get Lucario. Geisen with very nice moves right here. Another Icy Wind. Can he also find Snorlax? Auto takes a landing. Has the red buff on it. So he's going to get slowed now. Has block. Bit of a shield. One more Heavy Slam. Makes it back to the goal. Just barely. Nice turnaround by Glacier on there. On top, finding 2 KOs on Mew and on Lucario. Still got the Regieleki. Eligos win by getting KO'd by the Mew. Pipe is farming. There's low farm up right now for the set of XIS. Both buffs are up, 3 buy toys, 4 even. So. But they're also claiming this Regieleki. And we have Dodrio getting caught. Again. And now we have TTV looking for a bot push right here. Pipe is going to get auto-attacked by Zakrak, who has Rapid Fire Scarf, so if he gets those attacks in, he's going to stun him over and over again. And Pipe is trying to run for his life, but he can't get away from the God of War Marmoswine. Too much stuns, too many slows. TTV now trying to defend this Regieleki, but Lucario can kind of do it on his own. Because they have to respond to bot lane. This is already rotating towards bot. We have Eligos Mime. You can see on the minimap going towards bot, but we still have 3 from TTV here as well. Holding the angle. Do they know that Mr. Mime is there? I don't think they do. So Suto in a sneaky position right here, looking for God of War, finds the power swap into confusion, and it's so hard to get away from the power swap still. It slows. He's just taking God of War for a walk. Does he have Unite move as well? Oh, he does have Unite move, but it's 220, so he doesn't want to use it right now. And none of his teammates can follow up. That was kind of scary for Lutano. That could have been scary. But he gets away barely, and now we have Rayquaza spawning in 40 minutes. First Rayquaza of this grand final. 190 to 126 points for XIS, so they're currently in the lead. Which means TTV have to do something. Power Swap lands onto Zakrak. If that was the old Confusion, God of War was pretty much dead, yeah. Confusion got nerfed by so much on Power Swap targets. Dodrio looking for a back cap on top, but Mew is there. Mew's going to maybe look for this Dodrio. Boost auto attack into Electro Ball, and that's almost Mazo going down. It is so annoying to play Dodrio into Mew. It's so much guaranteed damage on Electro Ball and boost auto attacks. And they're going to score a lot of points right here. Unless, no, Dodrio does Unite move in, but it's too late. And Mew's going to score. Now Dodrio also wasting Unite move. Is going to run over to the right side. Score points on the Mount Power Punch. Lands onto the Mr. Mime. Into a close combat. Mr. Mime does have to Unite move, but doesn't get much done with it. Pretty much just using it to live, and he still dies. First KO for the side of TTV. Second KO for TTV. Azumarill also is going to fall. Gets sent back to base. And now TTV is working on this Rayquaza. They still have Lucario Unite and Power Punch. So they have very good last hitting for it. That's another double KO for Lucario. We have Eligos and Glaceon falling. And again, they pick up Rayquaza with the God of War Unite. And Lucario at the same time. Very good late game team fight for the side of TTV. This time is going to get heavy slammed as well. Isn't he just going to run through and score? Yeah, probably should, right? Yes. There we go. 48 times 2. Lutano can also try and there's surrender board, because there's no coming back from this scenario. They're going to score so many points. And TTV takes game 1. Was for sure a decently close game. But the last 2 minutes, TTV were in complete control. Lutano having a great God of War game as well. Never really getting caught, doing a lot of damage. Same for Otter. As you can see, 99,000 damage on Lutano, 80,000 on Otter. So both carries dealing good amount of damage. Zakrak and Indy having great frontline. And Retsu just securing stuff with his power punch. For game number 2, we have for XIS, Mamoswine, Glaceon, Snorlax, Lucario, and Aegislash. First Aegislash of today. And for TTV, again, Lutano and God of War, we have a Mr. Mime, Elgos, Mew, and a Dodrio. This time for TTV. Oh, so it could actually be... Maybe it's Lutano and Dodrio? And we have Otter. No, it's still... Oh, it's Retsu on Dodrio. Okay. We have Retsu on Dodrio. And Lutano's going to stick to the God of War. I mean, he's having good success with it. Hype on Lucario. Again, very scary. And Mazo on Aegislash. People really like drafting the Snorlax and Mamoswine in the same team comp. By the looks of it. Just low frontline. The 2 best defenders right now. Mamoswine and Snorlax. And we're heading straight into game number 2. Indy now this time on the Elgos. We have Zakrak on Mr. Mime. Also, if you cannot deny the Zakrak playing Snorlax or Mamoswine if you both pick it away. But I mean, Mr. Mime is still also a great Pokemon. And Indy takes red buff. Was that intentional or not? We'll see. He can fight Lucario with it. With the red buff as well on it. He's going to start outing Lucario. And 5 is already under than Migo. He's going to score 5 points. Can he get away from this? He's going to see berries. Has the full heal. And should be out. Quick attack. Gets him to safety. And he goes to the next bunny. Has another quick attack. But no, he doesn't have it in time yet. And Retsu's going to get this last hit. Bit of a mistake by 5. Dropped a bit too low. And he's actually going to fall. First blood for Indy on the Elgos with the red buff. We have Geisen taking over top now with the Icy Wind. Again, another Icy Wind Glaceon. It seems to be so popular again because it's still very, very strong. It is just so strong. My god. We have bot lane Mazo going down with a 3-man push of TTV. Otter stealing away another bunny as well from the left side. And those Altarias die very fast to the Psyshock of God of War. Can Suto maybe steal this one away? Can he? No, he can't. He's gonna be careful he doesn't die here as well now. Boost auto attack. Focus band is there. And he falls. Mew claims this KO. And so many points go in for the side of TTV. 16, 23. No, 23 was the Glaceon on top. 16 from Mew. No, I'll say 23 as well from Curlia. Going in. On bot, and Geisen now running back to the jungle. Otter's trying to steal a buff away. Has to eject button. Because he was a bit too aggressive there. Doesn't want to get caught off. So passive eject button. Couldn't see anything away. And Lutano spot again with Zakrak. Zakrak dropping very, very low on HP. Mazo is level 5, has the Sacred Sword, but still. Aegislash is so weak now until level 7. I think level 5 to level 7 is the worst part of Aegislash. Actually having Shadow Sneak is probably better. So it feels like at least sometimes. So look for another Sacred Sword maybe, but it's just dunking on him. Scoring points, putting TTV 6 points into the lead. And Elgos forwards to the Lucario. Mazo actually finding a KO there in the end. Sacred Sword is there. Retsu revenging his fallen teammate. Aegislash also instantly dying. But I think that's a win for the Aegislash because he wants level 7 again. If he gets level 7, he's very happy. So any experience he gets and trades is totally fair. Next Altaria spawn. Geisen already level 8. So he's doing good for himself. God of War, Lutano also level 8. On bot side. And we have 10 seconds for Reggie to spawn. Mazo missing the Sacred Sword, and now he has to be careful. Doesn't have White Guard, as I just said. Not level 7 yet, so he's gonna fall. Another KO for TTV. Retsu looking for another KO. Doesn't have the boost auto attack ready, and Snorlax makes it out alive. Misses the next boost auto attack as well. Lutano has Unite. He's looking for it. But only finds a Snorlax. But they do get Snorlax with it. Which could be quite fine still. Glaceon has to Unite move. Can maybe just KO Zakrak right here. Icy Wind is there. Zakrak has to eject button away in the Solar Beam. Gets the Mamoswine. Regirock is now being taken. Maybe Fipe is here though. Fipe! 1 extreme speed. Gets 1 KO. Has another one. Gets Starbig 2. Has the Bone Rush in the back as well. And he gets 2 KOs there for his team. Keeping them in this game for now. Lutano looking for the Psyshocks. Lands a nice Psychic as well. And guys, it might just die to Regirock. Yes, it's enough damage with the Regirock. And Lucario also gets murdered. Wonderful Psychic Psyshock by Lutano. And the Regirock just aiming at Glaceon. Gets the KO. Snorlax is also gonna die. So many KOs for TTV. And they also claim Regirock. So great early game first fight. And Osuto only level 7.5. Has the map. Yeah, he's just dead. Has the higher house power, Isaac a crash, but not enough. 5 now back alive. Looking for Lutano. Has Unite move, but he just explodes in it anyways. He just dies. But Otter is also gonna fall. Retsu's gonna get chased on by the Icy Wind now. Can he reach it? No, he can't. Still 1 KO for the side of XIS for Glaceon. Very aggressive push by TTV. And Regieleki on top goal or top side is also still up. Retsu's trying to get jungle. And Lelisha's here trying to be annoying. Can he get the steal? Does he? No, he's not gonna go for it. Makes no sense. And now we have Mew against Geisen. And he actually eject buttons. Wait, that was like... Where are you gonna eject button towards? You're on the wrong side of the map. Eject buttons towards the enemy base. Has nowhere to run. He's gonna fall. But XIS is using this to push top lane. Zakrak's gonna fall right. He doesn't have Unite move. The Simon's gonna die. And they also break the goal, which puts them into a decent point lead. But we have Retsu sneaking bot, but they're aware of it. And Glacier is just there to defend Dodrio. And he actually kills him. KOs him. Dodrio goes down. They're played by guys and paying attention there to the bottom goal. And the Brazilian team also claims Regieleki. Are they going to push with it? They're probably going to look for a bottom lane push, but they do have block and high horsepower, so it could be possible to push it in. But it's just so risky, and they're just going to collapse towards bot. Leaving Mamoswine top to make sure that they still at least have someone defending it. But Mamo also only has 4 points, so even if it goes in, can't really do much with it anyways. So Mamoswine actually Unite moving right here. Can he find Mew? Knocks him up. No, Mew has eject button. Isaac crashes there. Otter with the surf gets a shield. And Mamoswine goes down. Meanwhile, bot lane also, we have a 1-for-1. A 1-for-2. Gardevoir and Mayhem both go down. They couldn't defend this goal. And that puts 206 points onto the board for XIS. Oh my. Oh, Mazo finding a nice 1v1 KO on the Mew. And now Retsu's also in a very, very bad spot. Mazo's looking for it. Can he find the Sacred Sword? Just right guards him. Sacred Sword, full heals there. Next boosted auto take is enough to claim this KO. Indy has to Unite move to just live. Which I think is fine. It's the last time he can use Unite move anyways in this game. Until Rayquaza spawns, so keeping it to keep him alive is probably totally fine. And now Pipe is diving in. Mew Unite looking for a KO. Electro Ball is slowing on Snorlax, but the block is there. But yeah, Snorlax does fall. Boost auto attack, bam. Mew's gonna claim this KO. But Otter's also gonna just get KO'd here. Sacred Sword, boosted auto attack with Egg Slash. Wildcard lands on Lutano, he gets double stun. Has to use Unite move. It sucks in both Egg Slash and Mamoswine. And Lutano claims a double KO for himself. It's a pretty late Gardevoir Unite, but Gardevoir Unite did get a buff, so it has low cooldown. And Retsu chasing down Falb. Trying to hold top goal now, has the block, and Retsu has to abandon. Can't quite Sally score for the Dodrio. Guys on the chase now. Next Icy Wind goes on to Eldegoss. But yeah, shouldn't be too overextending. 45 seconds, we have Regieleki spawning as well right now. XIS is going for it. Can Otter maybe steal it away? Has the Solar Beam? Snorlax is dropping super low. Psychic also together with Solar Beam does so much damage. Lutano is getting dove by Lucario. Can he get away from it again? He doesn't have Moonblast. And he does for now, I think. Yeah, he got away. Back to safety. Regieleki's pulled out very far. It's going to reset in HP. And both teams are looking for this fight very slowly. Yeah, Breaker such a good ability. Barrier Confusion doesn't land. And this Regieleki is just going to despawn. 5 seconds. We now have Rayquaza spawning. And this game is super close. Highest level is 13 and 13 on XIS for Aegislash and Glaceon. But the highest level in the game is Lutano on Gardevoir on 14. So he's going to be still again the main carry of TTV right now. And they just have to try and keep Lutano alive. Dodrio is looking for a top score, but Mazo knows about it, and he is trying to keep an eye on it. Zakrak's getting heavy slammed on. Has to recall and here back up, and there's the Sacred Sword landing with the boost auto attacks. Retsu dropping super low already. The right guard stun is here. Another Sacred Sword soon. He misses it. Dodrio has to use Unite move and makes it out alive, but at the cost of its Unite move. So that's a terrible exchange. Because TTV still has to do something, right? They're down 70 points. So as long as XIS just buys time, they're winning right now. Heavy Slam goes in, lands onto Zakrak. Does Zakrak have Unite? Yes, he does. He goes in, jumps in as well. Can they keep Lutano alive is all the question. Who's also getting jumped on? Indy against Lel. Otto's getting blocked away. No one has fallen yet. But XIS is super, super low. And that's the first KO for Gardevoir on top side. Gizen looking for Otta. One more Icy Wind. He's gonna get it? Yes, he gets it. Indy on the chase now of Glaceon. Leaf Tornado's not enough range. Can he do it? Oh my god, yeah, he's gonna just Unite move and kill the Glaceon. One more auto tech. No way, right? One more auto tech. There we go. There's the auto tech. But meanwhile, we have XIS killing. Oh my god, Gardevoir's dead. Gardevoir's dead. They actually managed to kill Lutano. But they can't go for Rayquaza either. Looks like it's gonna probably just go defend their goods right now. No damage left on TTV, which means they can't force Rayquaza. As long as XIS defends their goods now, they should be totally fine. That's why Indy and Zakrak are slowly starting to auto-tech it. But there's not enough time left. There's not enough time left. Mew's there. Mew has no damage for Rayquaza. XIS is going to look for KOs. High horsepower. Goes on to Otta. Mew's dropping super, super low. Has to coach into the Rayquaza pit and gets blown apart by Mazo. But Rayquaza actually going to die with 10 seconds left. And it goes over to... Wait, it goes over to Lutano. Can they score enough points? Can they score enough points? No, because of Dodrio. Wait, what just happened? Is it another Dodrio where we don't win because of Dodrio? Or does TTV win the game right here? That was super close. I honestly don't know who won. The XIS, did they also score points? 4-point difference! XIS takes the game. Oh my god, another game where we lose because of Dodrio's passive. I've seen this before last week in the winter tournament. 4 points. And the Brazilian team takes game 2. Because of Dodrio's passive, they lose. No way. That is... It's another... I can't believe this happened twice now. Where game ends because Dodrio can't overcap a goal. For the last game of this tournament, we have for XIS, Mew, Snorlax, Mime, Glaceon, and Azumarill. And for TTV, Dodrio, Mamo, Eldegoss, Lucario, and Ninetales. So this time we probably get Lutano playing the bird. Indeed, it's Lutano on Dodrio, Indy again on Eldegoss, Zakrak on Mamoswine, Retsu on Lucario, Otta on Ninetales, Geisen again on Glaceon, pretty much just playing Glaceon only, Alp on Azumarill, Suto on Mime, Lel on Snorlax, and Mazo on Mew. Again, this is a best of 3, so this is the last match. This is the last match. Who's gonna win this tournament? Indy's gonna go over to the jungle, just gonna help out Dodrio. And I wonder if he's gonna take a buff again. Just red buff to win top lane even harder of this time. And are they doing it? Yes, Indy's gonna pick up red buff again. So it is for sure something I want to do. Go to top lane and just start auto-taking this Azumarill. And making Fibe's life very, very difficult. Also gets Eldegoss level 4 very fast, which is very important. But he can't get this last hit. It goes over to 5. He's gonna score 5 more points. Or can he even? He's getting auto-tagged so much, but yes, Snorlax jumping onto the jump pad as well, or the score pad. And they're able to get the score in. And now Fibe has the Aqua Tail available. And it's going to be very hard for TTV to already deal with it. So much healing, Aqua Tailing, there we go. Almost back to full HP again. Lel is dropping super low though. Retsu auto-taking. Could this be first blood? The rest is there. Going to keep Snorlax alive for a tiny bit, but the red buff is going to be too much of Eldegoss. And that's first blood going over to Retsu. Lucario's going to claim this KO. The Icy Wind on the auto-take. Gets a counter KO. Somehow Glaceon is able to get this. Somehow. On the bot side, we have Suto getting attacked by Lutano, who has the tri-attack, and that's also a KO for Lutano. His Dodrio is absolutely menace. He's going to score 16 points, Ninetales going to score 17, and Zakrak 11 points on top of it. Another score going to Gasun for Lutano, which gives him more. He has Cookie and attack rate, so he's going to start stacking both of those up quite easily. Fibe again under the enemy goal is trying to score 5 points, but this time they have too many attacks. Can Fibe somehow score these 5 points? Yes, he can, but he's going to fall any moment now. There we go. Eldegoss, Indy is going to pick up this KO. And now Lutano is also on the top side, looking for the tri-attack. Stacking up more attack rate and cookies. There we go. And actually, I want to dive the Snorlax. Not sure. Okay, 10 points go in after the Meteor Mash of Retsu. And now Lutano is looking for guys who's already almost level 8. So Lutano is very far behind in experience because he didn't clear his jungle yet. And Glaceon was just farming jungle, while Lutano was running around with his 3-headed bird. Now we have Ninetales going over into the jungle, starting to get some experience. Lutano has to be careful. His guys in just Unite moves right here. They could find some KOs. So Lutano has to be careful. Glaceon gets Unite on level 8 for some reason. So yeah. I don't know why Glaceon gets Unite on level 8. I'm gonna be very honest. Jumping in again. Indy's dropping very, very low, but gets away. No auto-take critting there. And now XIS just living in the TTV's jungle. They're so aggressive. They really want to abuse this level 8 of Glaceon somehow. But they can't. Dodrio gets Azumarill and he lives on 1 HP. Lutano with a nice KO. Retsu, is he gonna do anything with this? Gaizen is very deep, but can't score 30. And no, we have Otta flanking with the Gleam, locking up Glaceon, and now Lutano's looking for the KO, and they do. Huge mistake by XIS, overextending on top goal. Way too long, and they get heavily punished for it. Losing their jungler. Another 14 points going for Lutano. Retsu with the Aqua Pulse. Goes to the bunny, goes to Lucario, to the bunny, back to Lucario, and gets the KO. He just slowly saw his life flash in front of his eyes. And was just bouncing back to him. Pipe looking for a 26 score here, but Lutano should be able to stop it. And, oh, he messes up his Unite move. He just auto-aimed his Unite. Thought it would go on to Dodrio instantly. But Dodrio made it out of range in time. And went onto the bunny instead. And so Lutano can actually hold this. He's gonna get Snorlax. Oh, this is terrible for XIS on top side. And now you might also just go for the Azumarill. He does Unite move for it. But it's totally worth it. And TTV also picks up bot. They get bottom rejected, the Regis. They land high horsepower lands onto Suto. Mr. Mime is also gonna fall. 30 points go in. I think 60 points went in total. They destroy the first goal on bot side. And TTV having great early game right here, also picking up the Reggie. Lutano level 10, highest in the game by far on the level 10 Dodrio. As I said, he's very hard to deal with on this Pokemon. Very, very difficult. He has the agility, and you can see how annoying he is. He's so aggressive. Always looking for damage. Boost out takes back in. We have Azumarill Unite back up. We have Mew Unite for the side of XIS. For left, we only have Lucario and Ninetales. So both teams are really looking for a fight right now. Indy almost level 9. If he gets this bunny, he's gonna make it, but they didn't donate it over to him. But he's gonna get this by turn the back, and it's gonna give him to level 9. Zakrak is scoring 28. We always see Zakrak just scoring points. He just runs around the map, scores points. He's gonna get his final evolution done. Azumarill flies in way, way too deep though. Gets pretty much just pulled into TTV. So he's very, very aggressive right now. Oh, but they get Retsu. Lucario blows apart. Otta with their Unite move, eject button combo. Looking for Suto, who is now Mr. Mime Unite moving in. Meanwhile, Mew falls on the backside to Zakrak. Suto's also not gonna see the next day. He's gonna fall, go sent back to base. And can they break this goal though? They're just gonna go for this Regieleki. They can still get a nice overcap. Zakrak going in, has Unite move, lands onto Glaceon. It's gonna knock it up. And Snorlax blocking it. But if he blocks the Unite move, he can't last hit it. It does no damage. So he tried, but couldn't quite do it. Glaceon falls, Snorlax falls. Lutano just stays so annoying. Just doesn't die. Mazu's looking for it so badly. But he just tunnel vision so hard that he's just gonna fall. He's stuck in Ninetales and Eldegoss. Just moving forward to maybe get to Lutano. He can't do it, can't make it happen. And now Suto under the goal, Mr. Mime. The Veil's auto takes are landing, and Ninetales is doing so much damage in the Veil. Rock is then the Regieleki, but he's just gonna die again, but so does Ninetales. So at least 1 KO for them, their side. Dodrio is gonna score 40 points right here. Glaceon's also gonna fall, and TTV pulls ahead by a lot of points. Can they score here as well? The jump head. Mr. Mime is just in time to defend. And there's not much TTV can do more about this scenario. Pipe on the backside. Does he have Unite move up? Yes, he does. He's gonna look for Indy, and Indy's gonna fall. That's 1 KO for XIS, who also broke the first top goal. And we have 1 minute 30 left. Before the last Rayquaza of this tournament. Before the last Rayquaza spawns Power Punch, lands onto Azumarill. Close combat as well, lands a decent amount. Which resets the cooldown of Power Punch if you hit your close combat. Bonks into the block of Snorlax. Do we have another objective spawning? Most likely, right? Bottom should still be spawning soon. Oh, nice confusion by Mr. Mime there on Dodrio. But here's the agility. But the boosted auto take of Mew literally can't be dodged. And it just tracks him down. Yeah, we still have a top Regieleki also spawning in 25 seconds. It's so annoying to play Dodrio into Mew. There's so much auto take or like damage you can't dodge from very far away. Our team's going for it. Zakrak is looking for top. And so is Otter. But TTV still wants to defend their bot goal as well. But nice block, but the close combat through the block of Snorlax, and they're able to stop 5. Who has to run now? Has the Aqua Guns though? Or the Water Pulses, I mean. Sorry, I always say Water Gun, but it's Water Pulse. Looking for the Aqua Tails. Getting a lot of cooldown reduction done, but he's just gonna fall. It tries to Unite move, I think. Was that? I don't know if it was him trying to Unite move. It looked like it at least. And he just gets taken down. Guys against Ninetales. Which fox is gonna win? They're 2 Ice Foxes, right? But no one's gonna fall. 10 seconds for Rayquaza to spawn. Regieleki not being taken by either team in the end. TTV just tried very hard to defend bot goal, which I think is totally fair. But they still couldn't also either get top foxes. And Rayquaza spawned. Both teams are not looking for anything yet. We have Lutano on bot looking for maybe a flank of some points. And Len is also just trying to scout out. Oh, he's gonna find Glaceon. He's gonna pokes with the tri-attack. We have Retsu guarding top goal just in case someone is also there. Both teams don't have good Rayquaza damage. Again, it's gonna take a bit to take down. But the Glaceon actually can do it decently faster. Nice Solar Beam. He lands onto Otter. And Indy's kind of split away from him right now because he wants to be towards bot cool. Zakrak, High House pouring in. Pretty bad Mammoth Unite move, but it locks onto Glaceon. And he also gets knocked out by the Dodo Unite. He has the eject button away and they actually find Glaceon. Nice Dodo Unite also flying in to follow up onto the Zakrak. Unite move, High Horsepower goes in. We have another KO for instead of TTV. That's 3 down. Missile is also gonna fall. That's gonna be an ace. That's a complete ace. Lutano's gonna finish off Azumarill. That's a 5-0 ace in this team fight, even though it didn't even look like a good start of a fight. TTV just completely aces. This Mamoswine getting low high horsepower value. Yeah, it's the Mamoswine diff. But very good follow-up by Lutano as well onto the Mamoswine Unite to just finish off Glaceon. If Glaceon dies, XIS kind of falls apart. It's their main damage. If they miss out on Glaceon damage, it's going to be very difficult to fight. And they're going to score so many points. And there's the surrender vote. TTV wins the Season 2 Unite Mike's Mayhem. In a very close day. We had so many close games today. From getting perfect gamed into the first match into winning the tournament. That must have been rough to start the tournament with a 0-point game. That's what TTV actually had against Q-Lash. The first game of the tournament was 0 points. And then they win the tournament in the end, so always gotta stay tilt-free. GG's to TTV.